Yeah, I mean, there must have been something there.
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, can you hold a second? Because I would love to help out, but again, because some confidentiality, the HIPAA situation, I'm calling our supervisor right now. I make sure it's okay to disclose all the mental health information to you. Just HIPAA stuff. So my coworker is talking to the supervisor right now. Can you just hold a second? We will do it as quick as possible. Okay?
Sure. Yeah, no problem.
Thank you for holding.
How is it that none of them know the exception? Like, it blows my mind that literally we have to educate every single mental health professional. Like, you think that's something you know, right?
Yeah.
Like, for us, we have exigency, there's exceptions for, normal stuff we do in our day-to-day practice.
You know what you can and can't
like
do.
when we can force entry, those kind of things, right? We have these kind of, like, it seems like that'd be an important rule to know in your business, right?
Yeah. No, absolutely. And some of them get it. Like, I recently, when I went over to...
sometimes frequent, I guess, for them when they do it. I don't know.
I don't know how often police call them. Like, when you would call the county, it used to be like, you would go all the way up to, like, their director, they were calling their legal department, stuff like that.
At least the other one was quicker than that. They just need to get a supervisor. But still, it's like, God forbid this ends up evolving quicker than it is right now. I mean, at least this is a slow-paced deal, so we have plenty of time right now.
Yeah.
But God forbid this has been a quicker event.
So when I was at the FBI for scenarios during their last C&T thing, they invited this, like, she was a psychologist from UC Davis, and she was kind of doing consulting work and stuff like that, and she really got it. She was like, yeah, absolutely. She's like, if you guys call and I'm working, I get that there's an exception. I was like, man, it'd be nice to have somebody like that working for us who could, like, be part of the call-out team, could make those calls. And I think, like, if we had a clinician talking to another clinician, they'd be much more forthcoming.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay. So, turned out that I was the one that actually put him on the hold. So, I mean, get the information. Maybe I thought the supervisor is okay to talk to you. I need to read some of the information first.
Okay.
Sure, that's right. So he came in on, I think let me see. He came in on the 29th.
Yeah.
And then we tried to see him that night, but he was, let me see what the notes say to make sure I got everywhere. I don't want to just, give me 1 second. Okay, so one of us tried to see him that night, but then he would not engage. And he said his name is Jesus, and then, let me see. So it appeared he was under the influence, so we just put him on hold to be seen and then wait for the next morning. And then, another co-worker tried to see him 2 times, one in the morning, one in the early afternoon. And he was uncooperative and aggressive.
Do you remember how he was aggressive? Was it like verbal, physical?
It didn't say here. It just said aggressive. I'm not gonna assume, but and then I saw him that evening.
Okay, so
it's close to 24 hours already. So because he was quake, so we are determined that either release him from the jail or release to the hospital. So when I saw him, let me see what I might have saying. So let me see. Okay, so when I saw him, before I saw him, when I was talking to the booking on the hallway, I heard him, already heard him yelling, screaming, yelling in an incoherent way. So when I saw him through the door, he looks like he was talking to unseen others. He was wearing a pair of boxers. And when I tried to talk to him, we could to yell and cuss, like saying the F word, don't bother me, and refuse to engage. And when I tried more, he become more agitated and big comments saying, "I will kill you all. I told you to get out of beach," kind of like that. So because the presentation he has to us, so I decided to put him on the hold.
Okay.
To the hospital, yeah.
When you said that he was under the influence initially, do you have any idea what he was under the influence of?
Appear, so we don't have the information. Let me see. I don't know if they say anything like that. Okay, give me 1 second. Not so when he was the first time saw it appear, but let me see if the medical. We are medical health. I want the medical say anything that he may be under the influence.
Okay.
Let me see. Give me 1 second.
Did you know that was going on?
So according to the medical say that observed that he may. No, just a second. No, sorry. No. Sorry, this is something else.
I saw he was on the arena call when I left. I didn't realize it was that. I would have stayed around if that were the case. I would have been like, "Oh, you got low channels?" He may have not known at that point, though, either.
I don't have the information.
Okay.
I didn't say it, and I don't know. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Okay. And do you have any indication of prior mental health history or a diagnosis or anything like that?
Okay, let me see. I take different information, so I'm sorry for the wait. Okay.
Oh, no worries. I appreciate you looking.
I'm looking for another folder, another resources, but I need to open another account. Just a second. I'm just trying another program and see what it says here. I'm just trying to opening the program. I'm still trying to open the program. Try to go through all the information. Okay, just got in and see what it says here. There's no information. The other resource, let me try. Username is. Just 1 second.
Sorry. Oh, it's all right, buddy.
In terms of mental health, actually, there was on the 30th was the first time that we from a park that we see him. He didn't have history with the county. We were a county called Arbiter. He didn't show it there, and with us, the last arrest was the first time that we have from a mental health have contact with him.
Okay.
So he doesn't have history with us. Other than that,
that encounter.
yeah, encounters. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate all the info.
All right. Good luck.
All right.
Oh, it sounds really urgent. Okay. Thank you.
Take care.
Goodbye.
End of contact.